It's February 11th, 2025. A post goes up on the official Magic webpage. Here, Gavin Verhey pitches the idea for the new commander bracket system. There is a lot of information in this article, so, worried they may confuse players, WotC includes a streamlined graphic to help people get the idea. And pause right there. You see it, right? There, in bracket 2. No 2-card infinite combos. That word, combo, it's not a rules term. Instead, it's based in the community's lexicon. In my vocab video, I didn't really do this word justice, so today, I want to discuss in a little more detail exactly what constitutes a combo in Magic the Gathering. So according to Commander Spellbook, Basalt Monolith and Forsaken Monument are a combo. This is also backed by player sentiment. These two cards are an accepted and agreed upon use of the word. So what do they do? Basalt Monolith has two abilities. It can tap to add 3 colorless mana into your pool, and can be untapped by paying 3 mana. You could sit here, tapping and untapping Basalt Monolith all day if you wanted to. Forsaken Monument will make it so that, when you tap Basalt Monolith for mana, you add an additional colorless mana to your pool. Now, you can tap the Monolith to make 4 mana, then spend only 3 of that mana to untap it again. You're back to where you started, but now with 1 additional mana floating in your pool. You can repeat this number of game actions as many times as you'd like, creating as much colorless mana as your heart desires. This is what people are referring to when they use the word combo here, taking a theoretically infinite number of game actions. In Magic, the rules actually allow you to shortcut this process. According to Rule 732.1b, if you can demonstrate a series of game actions that return you to the game state you started at, but with incremental changes, you can just say that you would like to take those game actions any number of times. We call one of these iterations a loop. Splinter Twin and Deceiver Exarch, Kiki Jiki and Felidar Guardian, Sanguine Bond and Exquisite Blood. All of these can demonstrate shortcuttable loops and are all accepted combos. So how about this for a definition? A combo is 2 or more cards that together allow us to demonstrate shortcuttable loops. Yeah, this sounds good, including all our previous examples, but we have a problem. This definition doesn't encompass every example that it has to. Demonic Consultation, and its partner in crime Thassa's Oracle, are also referred to as a combo. Demonic Consultation allows you to name a card that your deck does not contain, and then subsequently exile your entire deck. Thassa's Oracle then allows you to win if you have an empty library. These two cards just have an effect. None of their abilities are repeatable at all, much less in combination with each other. There is no looping to be done here. Nevertheless, they are a combo based purely on the fact that they win the game together. We can't just make that the criteria for being a combo though. The previous examples don't win the game without outside forces, which means that our definition has to expand. How about this? A combo is 2 or more cards that can demonstrate a shortcuttable loop, or will win the game together. This is a bit clunkier, but it encompasses the 2 major types of combos: winning combos and infinite combos. Winning combos finish the game outright, and infinite combos allow you to take an arbitrary number of game actions. These are both equally important uses of the word combo, and fit nicely under this umbrella together. Now, I believe we've covered Hold on, I'm being handed a paper. Right, it looks like we've still forgotten something. Non-deterministic combos. So remember how we said that loops of an infinite combo have rules that let us shortcut them in order to save time? That's only the case because those loops are perfectly predictable. You can anticipate and explain exactly how the game state will look after you loop Basalt Monolith 50 times. That begs the question then, what if this isn't the case? Again, I think it'll be easier to work with an example. Let's go with Legacy's dreaded Four Horsemen combo. To start, you'll have to know what these cards do. I'll keep them up for a moment as reference. Good? Okay, let's begin. You start with Basalt Monolith and Mesmeric Orb in play. Since, on its own, Basalt can tap and untap as many times as it wants, alongside Mesmeric Orb, you can infinitely mill yourself. This is where it begins. Mill yourself 1 card at a time until you get at least 3 Narcomoebas onto the battlefield, as well as Dread Return, Sharuum the Hegemon, and Blasting Station together in the graveyard. Next, use the Narcomoebas as a sacrifice to pay for Dread Return. Dread Return will bring back Sharuum, and Sharuum will bring back Blasting Station. Now, you can mill yourself until you hit Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. She has a clause where, when you put her into the graveyard, you shuffle her and your graveyard into your library. Now you want to keep milling, resurrecting Narcomoebas, and throwing them into the Blasting Station to turn them into damage, with Emrakul periodically reloading your deck. GG's, you win. Okay, that was a little complex, but it's just a big multi-card combo, right? Why does this matter? The thing is, you cannot shortcut the Horseman deck's milling. Emrakul is at fault for this. Because she's in the deck, you are never guaranteed to actually get Dread Return, Shroom, and Blasting Station in your graveyard all at once. Every time you accidentally hit Emrakul too early, you have to shuffle your graveyard into your library and restart the process. You could, theoretically, run through this scenario for 40 years and never see the combo pieces arrive in the proper order. Before, we said that a combo, in order to be shortcut, had to be perfectly predictable. This interaction is in no way predictable, and so, it's a classic example of a non-deterministic combo. As for our definition, it's back to the drawing board. Our previous iterations included the fact that infinite combos could be shortcut, so let's trim that out. A combo is 2 or more cards that can demonstrate a loop or will win the game together. Finally, covered our bases, right? Oh, 1 second, I'm getting a text. How have I never heard of Sarah Avatar? It combos so well with Sneak Attack. Okay, it looks like we still need to address something. Sometimes, people will use the word combo as a verb, not a noun. These cards combo well, for example. Although this sounds like a very small linguistic quirk, it changes so much about what the person means. Sometimes this is referring to an infinite, but mostly it's just going to refer to any 2 cards that are powerful in tandem. Seedborn Muse and Thrasios, despite not going infinite and not winning the game, combo nicely together. This is a holdover from other games, where items or abilities are being combined, and infinites might not even be a concept. You may ask, dear viewer, under this use of the word, what's the difference between a combo and literally any other card synergy? Nothing! Nothing is the difference. The 2 terms are virtually interchangeable, outside of one being used as a verb and the other being a noun. I personally believe that this use of the term dilutes it, and makes combo less useful as a linguistic tool for Magic. But for the time being, this is part of the public perception. So, one last time, let's put together a definition. A combo is 2 or more cards that can demonstrate a loop, or will win the game together. It can also be used as a verb to describe 2 or more cards whose result is greater than the sum of their parts. And I think, finally, we've covered everything. The thing is, this isn't the end of the discussion. Vocabulary changes. One day, the verb form of combo might eclipse the original, and suddenly it'll be interchangeable with the word synergy. It just depends on how people decide to use it. But, for the time being, I think we've come up with a good idea of what a combo is in Magic. If you have another use for the term combo, then please, share it down in the comments below. There's a large possibility that there are other tertiary uses of the word that I completely forgot, so give them a look over to see what other people are saying. While you're down there, I'd appreciate it if you liked the video or shared it with a friend. That helps the channel grow and means I can keep making these. If you enjoyed the format of this video, subscribe to the channel to be notified when I upload. I have a Discord where I get together with my viewers to talk about Magic, and a Blue Sky where I post my thoughts about the game. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.